Leviticus chapter number 10. And Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, took either of them his censer, and put fire therein, put incense thereon, and offered strange fire before the Lord, which he commanded them not. And there went out fire from the Lord, and devoured them, and they died before the Lord. Then Moses said to Aaron, This is it that the Lord spake, saying, I will be sanctified in them that come nigh unto me. And before all the people I will be glorified. And Aaron held his peace. Moses called Mishael and Elzaphan, the sons of Uziel, the uncle of Aaron, and said unto them, Come near, carry your brethren from before the sanctuary out of the camp. So they went near, and they carried them in their coats out of the camp, as Moses had said. Moses said to Aaron, to Eleazar, and to Ithamar his sons, Uncover not your heads, neither rend your clothes, lest ye die, and lest wrath come upon all the people. But let your brethren, the whole house of Israel, bewail the burning which the Lord hath kindled. And ye not go out from the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, lest ye die, for the anointing oil of the Lord is upon you. And they did according to the word of Moses. And the Lord spake unto Aaron, saying, Do not drink wine nor strong drink, thou nor thy sons with thee, when they go into the tabernacle of the congregation, lest you die. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, and that you may put difference between holy and unholy, and between unclean and clean, that you may teach the children of Israel all the statutes which the Lord hath spoken unto them by the hand of Moses. And Moses spake unto Aaron and Eleazar and to Ithamar his sons that were left, Take the meat offering that remaineth of the offerings of the Lord made by fire, and eat it without leaven beside the altar, for it is most holy. And you shall eat it in the holy place, because it is thy due and thy son's due, of the sacrifices of the Lord made by fire, for so I am commanded. And the waved breast and the heaved shoulder shall ye eat in a clean place, thou and thy sons, thy daughters with thee, for they be thy due and thy son's due, which are given out of the sacrifices of peace offerings of the children of Israel. The heaved shoulder and the waved breast shall they bring with the offerings made by fire of the fat, to wave it at a wave offering before the Lord. It shall be thine and thy sons with thee by a statute forever, as the Lord hath commanded. And Moses diligently sought to go to the sin offering, and behold, it was burnt. And he was angry with Eleazar and Ithamar, the sons of Aaron, which were left alive, saying, Wherefore have ye not eaten the sin offering in the holy place, seeing it is most holy, and God hath given it to you to bear the iniquity of the congregation, to make atonement for them before the Lord? Behold, the blood of it was not brought in within the holy place. You should indeed have eaten it in the holy place as I commanded. And Aaron said unto Moses, Behold, this day they have offered their sin offering and their burnt offering before the Lord, and such things have befallen me. And if I had eaten the sin offering today, should it have been accepted in the sight of the Lord? And when Moses heard that, he was content. Leviticus chapter 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts that ye shall eat. Nevertheless, these shall not eat of them that chew the cud, nor of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. The hare, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean to you. The swine, though he divide the hoof, and be cloven-footed, yet he chewed not the cud, nor he will be unclean to you. Or of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch, they are unclean to you. These shall ye eat of all of the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters and the seas and the rivers, them shall ye eat. And them that have not fins and scales in the sea and the rivers, and all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be even an abomination unto you. You shall not eat their flesh, but you shall have their carcasses an abomination. Whatsoever hath no fins or scales in the water, that shall be an abomination unto you. And these are they which have an abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle, the ostrich, the osprey, the vulture, the kite after his kind, every raven after his kind, the owl, the night hawk, the cuckoo, the hawk after his kind, the little owl, the cormorant, the great owl, swan, the pelican, the gear-eagle, the stork, the heron after her kind, the lapwing, and the bat. All fowls that creep, going upon all fours, shall be abomination unto you. Yet these you may eat of every flying, creeping thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet to heap within the all. Even these of them that you may eat, the locust after his kind, the bald locust after his kind, the beetle after his kind, the grasshopper after his kind. But all the other flying, creeping things which have 4 feet, they shall be an abomination unto you. And for these you shall be unclean. Whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean until the even. And whosoever beareth aught of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes, and be unclean unto the even. The carcasses of every beast which divided the hoof, and is not cloven-footed, nor cheweth the cud, are unclean unto you. Every one that toucheth them shall be unclean. And whatsoever goeth upon his paws, upon all manner of beasts that go on all four, those are unclean unto you. Whosoever toucheth their carcass shall be unclean unto the even. And he that beareth the carcass of them shall wash his clothes, and be unclean unto the even. They are unclean unto you. These also shall be unclean unto you, the creeping things that creep upon the earth, the weasel, the mouse, the tortoise after his kind, the ferret, the chameleon, the lizard, the snail, the mole. These are unclean to you, all that creep. Whosoever doth touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean unto the even. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, doth fall, it shall be unclean. And it be any vessel of wood, raiment, skin, sack, whosoever vessel it be wherein any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the evening, so it shall be cleansed. And every earthen vessel, whereinto any of them falleth, whatsoever is it to be unclean, and you shall break it. All of the meat which you may be eaten, on that which such water cometh, shall be unclean, and all drink that may be drunk in every such vessel shall be unclean. And everything whereon any part of the carcass falleth shall be unclean, whether it be oven, ranges, pots, they shall be broken down, for they are unclean, shall be unclean to you. Nevertheless a fountain or a pit, where there is plenty of water, shall be clean, but that which toucheth their carcass shall be unclean. And if any part of the carcass fall upon any sowing seed, which is to be sown, it shall be unclean. But if any water be put upon any seed, or any carcass thereof fall upon, it shall be unclean to you. And if any beast of which you may eat die, he that toucheth the carcass thereof shall be unclean until the evening. And he that eateth of the carcass of it shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the evening. And also he that beareth the carcass of it shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the evening. And every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination, it shall not be eaten. Whatsoever goeth upon the belly, and whatsoever goeth upon all four, whatsoever hath more feet among the creeping things that creepeth on the earth, them you shall not eat, for they are an abomination. You shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping thing that creepeth, neither shall you make yourselves unclean with them, that you should be defiled thereby. For I am the Lord your God. You shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon this earth. For I am the Lord that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt to be your God. You shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the law of the beast, and of the fowl, and of every living creature that moveth in the water, every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten. Leviticus chapter 12. The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a woman have conceived seed, and born a man-child, then she shall be unclean 7 days. According to the days of separation for her infirmity shall she be unclean. And in the 8th day of the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. And she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 33 days. She shall in no touch all the thing, nor come into the sanctuary, until the days of her purifying be fulfilled. But if she bear a maid child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her separation she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days. And when the days of her purifying are fulfilled, for a son or for a daughter, she shall bring a lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, a young pigeon, a turtle dove, a sin offering, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, unto the priest. who shall offer it before the Lord, and make atonement for her, and she shall be cleansed from the issue of her blood. This is the law for her that hath borne a male or a female. And if she not be able to bring a lamb, then she shall bring 2 turtles, 2 young pigeons, one for a burnt offering, the other for a sin offering, and the priest shall make atonement for her, and she shall be clean.